do something with General Tao. Now, normally, General Tao, you would do like a stir-fry style, like you would get in a takeout restaurant or in the restaurant. You know, you would have your chicken or whatever your protein is, and it's a little bit crispy, and then you do your sauce, put it over noodles or rice, delicious, still good that way. All the instructions are on the back of the package. However, as I always tell you, like, there's no ingredients on there that you cannot pronounce. So I'm going to tell you what's in here. There's some organic cane sugar, some garlic, chives, spices, and chilies. So this has a little bit of chilies, but it's not super hot, just nice. You can do a vegetarian option too by using tofu. So that's the first one. Donair. Now, here in Montreal, we call them gyros. But Donairs are absolutely yummy, Mediterranean flavor. Normally it's sliced meat. And then you put it in a pita with veggies and a sauce. For the Donair sauce and gyro sauce, ordinarily they're like really sweet. We have like a West Coast sauce, which is not as sweet. East Coast sauce, very sweet. I don't use either of them. I prefer to use a style of tzatziki, and I have my own way of making tzatziki, but I'm just gonna whip up a little fresh, just with some of our seasonings to drizzle on top, and we're gonna have them in little mini pitas. So what we're gonna do is, instead of actually baking the loaf and then slicing for the doner, we're gonna do little meatballs. And same for these. Now, if you're doing a dinner party, these are ideal. These things are ideal. You make them up, throw them in your freezer. They're ready to go when you have your party. Or for prep for, you know, freezer meals for the family. Now, you can make them bigger. You can make them cocktail size, however you like. So what we're going to do, of course I left the meat over on the counter. I'll be right back. That little lady. I'm back. Little miss, of course, she always has to bark every single video I make. Okay, so there's that. Okay. Now, have we got anything so excited for the General Tao? I haven't used mine yet. Yes. Yes. Oh, you're going to love the General Tao. And way cheaper than takeout and way better for you. No MSG. Not a huge amount of sugar or salt. Did I miss anything else? Thank you, Shelley. Those are my birthday flowers from Betty, my sister-in-law, because she loves me. Okay, first thing we're going to do, I think we're going to do the donair first. So I've got probably about a little over a pound of ground beef. You can use whatever meat you want. You can use ground chicken, turkey, pork, a mix, you know, it's entirely up to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going, first of all, I've got to find my scissors. I'm going to take a teaspoon out of this package. I'm going to add it to my sauce, because I'm not making the, you know, the usual sauce for it. So I'm going to take a teaspoon. Here's our 4-in-1 spice spoon. Talked about it many times. So you've got tablespoon, teaspoon, half teaspoon, and half of that is a quarter. So you've got everything there. And as I always say, I always have two, one for dry, one for wet. So I'm going to take a teaspoon out of here, just a scant teaspoon, just for a little bit of flavor in my sauce. I'm just going to throw it in that's just sour cream in here. You can choose to use plain yogurt if you want, Greek yogurt, whatever, a mix of the two, some mayonnaise if you want, whatever, you know, whatever you enjoy. The rest I'm going to pour in here. Right. So this is one package. When you order them, there are 3 packages. I think it's $10.50 for 3. Now, I made sure to pick everything that we still had in stock in case you were interested in ordering, because I hate to do that. Show you something and then you can't order it. Okay, in here, this is our prep bowls actually. I'll show that too for those that haven't seen them before. These silicone lid, these are called prep bowls. It's comes in a set of 4 and it has the measuring on the side. You've got 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup, 3/4, and full to the top is 1 cup. I use these constantly. I have 2 sets. I always say that. I could probably use a 1/3. So I'm just going to pour in a 1/4 cup out of this. Looks good. My other 1/4 cup is going to go in my General Tao sauce. Alright. You know what? I'm going to end up using my hands. I'm just going to have to get up and wash my hands. So, we have 7. Ooh, who else is here? Who else is here? We've got Shelly, Tina, Dasha, Betty. I don't know if you're still there. Now we have 6. Doesn't matter who's here is here. And plus it will be recorded. So you'll be able to catch it later. The replay. This smells yummy. So like I said, I'm going to do little meatballs with it. And you can do that with a lot of the meal solutions. Like people have used like the cha-cha chili seasoning. Of course, we have the jarred seasonings too of things that you can, you know, season your meat and stuff. The other thing you can do with this is if you were using, let's say, a piece of pork, like a pork loin or something, you could cut it up in pieces, mix it with the Donair seasoning, and just freeze it like that. Take it out, throw it in your slow cooker, or if people are using Instant Pots, I haven't got one yet, so I don't really know how that works yet, but people have done that too. They use their Instant Pot because it's much quicker, but I like the idea of having it in the slow cooker, and you just throw it in there, and you can do it with beef. I've done, right now we don't have Korean barbecue, but we have a lot of other flavors, like pulled pork, chicken, you name it. Just because it says that, it doesn't mean it has to be used for that. That's the versatility of Epicure, right? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna get my steamer out. Because I'm going to use the multi-purpose steamer in the microwave. Now this goes in the oven too. Comes with the tray, which is awesome. So you can do a double-decker amount of meatballs. I'm going to put some in the bottom. I'm going to quickly try and get them made up for you. And while I do that, I'll talk a little bit. I want to make them too big. I think this is lean ground beef, so they shouldn't shrink too much. And you don't put anything in the steamer. You just throw them in there. I'm going to put them in the microwave for, I'm going to say, about 8 minutes and check them. I'm sure they're going to be done, but we always like to, check them out. Oh, this smells yummy. Of course, you can do it like I said. You can put them in a pita. You can put one meatball in the mini pitas for kids, or for parties, for that matter. Did I get that? Yeah. And yeah, you can do any kind of meat you want with the Donair, and you have to at least once try it as the Donair. Like, you can make it either in our rectangle, the loaf pan steamer. I recommend, if you make it like that, it's kind of like, looks like a meatloaf. So cook it in the microwave, then put it in the fridge till tomorrow. Make it the day before you're going to serve it. And then it slices easier. And then just give it a little sear on each side before you place it in your pita. That little bit of crisp is where it's at. That's for sure. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Natalie. Oop, a little bit too much on that guy. So we're making meatballs today. We're doing Donair meatballs. We're doing Donair meatballs and General Tao meatballs. General Tao is nice because you're going to see, like, I'm not going to actually make rice because, you know, it's pretty straightforward. If you don't know how to make rice in the steamer, it turns out really good. You can cook pretty much anything in the steamer. This is our like I said, the larger one. This is the multi-purpose. You can make couscous, rice, pasta, one-pot dinners, eggs, frittatas, you name it. One of the things I love about it is in the summer it doesn't heat up your kitchen, right? So when I want baby potatoes for, like, let's say a quick little potato salad, just slice them in half, the whole bag, throw them in my steamer, no water, put the lid on. 8 minutes later I got cooked potatoes and I go on my merry way making my potato salad. Or if you want them for, let's say, home fries for the morning, same thing. I've done that many times. Made them the night before, threw them in the fridge, ready for the morning. So, we're coming along here. I think I'm gonna... Two more. Because otherwise it'll take too long, right? I suppose I can do the how much do I have left? I'm going to go wash my hands before I start the General Tao. I don't really want to, it's not about really cross-contaminating because they're both going to get cooked, but the flavors I don't want to cross. So. Yes, you know what? You can do, well, basically what I'm going to do with the General Tao, Natalie, is using, because of the seasoning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of the General Tao seasoning in my beef, and then I'm going to make up the sauce. I'm going to show you how I do that. I'm talking to my laptop again, I'm sorry. We're going to mix up the sauce when the meatballs are ready. Then we're going to pull them out. We're going to pour over the sauce. We're going to put them in for like another minute, 2 minutes max. And you have a beautiful little meal. So, almost there. I'm thinking I'm not going to put those in because I want it to cook evenly. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm going to put 12 meatballs in. And they're good sized meatballs, right? Okay, let me go wash my hands, and I will then, oh, got wires, we don't want to be tripping on those. Super stoked to have these because I think I mentioned it before that I don't eat meat very often. As I said, I don't eat meat very often, so this is going to be a treat for me. Plus, I'll put whatever's left over, I'll just portion out, and I'll have the meals for another day, or put them in the freezer for, you know, prep for another time. Or if I have friends over that are, you know, come for dinner, impromptu, which is always great to have that. Okay, so we've got our meatballs in there. I'm going to put them in the microwave. We aren't using our friend the tray today, so we're going to put that over there. And this, just so you know, if you get the multi-purpose steamer, always put the vents opposite to the branded name on the side of the handles, because that's how it fits perfectly. I also want to say, if you're not used to using this, put it on a plate, because it is, obviously, it's flexible, it's silicone. So just so you know, don't take any chances of it slipping. Till you get used to it, then you don't need it. So I decided to put it 10 minutes because I made them a little bit bigger. You have to just adjust. It's better to be err on the side of less cooked. Yes, you should. You're coming for dinner, Natalie? Well, you know it's all gluten-free. Well, my pitas are not gluten-free, but the rest of it is. You're all going to show up for dinner? Oh, nice. I like company, except for we all have to show social distance, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Before I go any further, I'm going to add the other things to my little sauce here because it has to reconstitute, right? So I'm going to put, this is the herb and garlic dip mix. This is a go-to. The smell of it is divine. I use this, wherever I want garlic, I use this. This and my minced garlic are my favorite. This makes awesome garlic bread. Just mix it in with your butter. A little bit of Parmesan cheese. Very nice. Okay, I'm just going to put half a teaspoon because I don't have a big amount of sour cream here. So half a teaspoon of herb and garlic. And my other go-to that gets, it's a workhorse in the kitchen, is the 3 onion dip mix. Whenever I want onion flavor, even if I put onions in a recipe, I still add a little bit of this. This has got chives, onions, scallions, herbs, and chives. So what am I doing? I'm going to put half a teaspoon of this too, just to give it a little something, something. Alright, and I will mix this up with my 3-in-1 spatula, which is another beauty in the kitchen. Now, if you want to make this more tzatziki-like, I fully encourage to grate up some cucumber. Don't even take the skin off, and grate it up. Let it sit in a colander to drain a little bit. Squeeze out the excess. Throw it in there. Very nice. I'm not going to do that today, but you certainly could. You can add a little bit of lemon juice if you want. Add a little olive oil, because that's how I make mine. Actually, I always add just a little bit of olive oil. It gives it a nice consistency. There's our sauce. I'm going to sit this on our... Am I going to sit that on there? I don't think I am. I'm going to sit it over here, out of my way. Alright, okay. So now on to General Tao. We're going to cut them open. So how's everybody doing today? It's kind of a nice day. It's getting a little windy out there. Hello. Alright, let's mix it up a little bit because there's lots of nice pieces. Oh, why did I do that? The chilies are up my nose now. So there's chives, actually quite big pieces of chives in here, and I'm going to like a lot of that in my mix. So I'm going to put, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons. The rest of the mix is going to go in my bowl because I'm going to mix it up with the other things that need to go in there. And I will do that right now. We're going to put make sure I do this right. The other 1/4 cup of water in my bowl. Alright. And 2 tablespoons each of soy and ketchup. You don't want to use ketchup because there's lots of sugar in ketchup. Go ahead and use something like passata, the tomato passata, or the Hunt's plain tomato sauce. It's perfectly fine. 2 tablespoons. And also don't be shy. Go ahead and use the lower salt soy if you have it. It's even better for you. So as you can see, this is like when I make from scratch. I have made many times Asian sauces. This is like always what's in them. Some ketchup and soy sauce. Alright. Put that out of the way. Get a little whisk. Just whisk it up because that's what's going to go over your meatballs when they're cooked. Right? We're going to take them out. We're going to throw this over the top of them. It's going to thicken up a bit. Okay. Was waiting to see myself. Yes, it was cool, but you know, I went out this morning. I have to tell you, very exciting news. I went and picked up the new catalogs today. And let me just say that you are going to be so excited to see what's in there. Some beautiful new sweet treats. I can't say what they are, but I know that there's also some things that are going to be in the catalog that people have been wanting to see. So I'm super happy about that. Alright, let's quickly put this together. So, I'm just going to mix up what's, you know, the seasoning and the beef. Alright? I'm not going to put anything else in it. You can if you want. You could add, you know, some extra seasonings if you want, but I think I'm good with this. You can add salt and pepper too. That's the other thing. I don't generally add any to anything until I taste it cooked. But if you want to add salt and pepper or just pepper or whatever the case may be, you go ahead and do that. Make it comfortable for your house and what you like. That's why it's fun to do, you know, mix it up a bit and make some, you know, little bit of different recipes with it. Think outside the box, you know. Speaking of that, my birthday celebrations are still going on. Today's the last day for orders for the mystery host, but we have our epic creations, and I'll pick a winner tomorrow because it's the last day of the month. And I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you all. Like, I really am. So what I'm going to do here, because I'm using my multi-purpose, I'm just going to fill this. Now this one was maybe, I don't know, 3/4 of a pound. But don't be shy. You can even take a little bit more. Just make the same amount of liquid, I would say, and add a little bit more seasoning. But I'm just going to do little meatballs with this. As usual, I'm always fumbling with space. One day maybe, just because I want you to be able to see. I'm going to make little meatballs. I'm going to throw them in here. This is the rectangular steamer, and this doubles as like a loaf pan when you're, you know, when you want to make your banana loaf or some other things that are coming in the fall book. It's fun, fun, fun. I also was very fortunate to have earned a bunch of the new meal solutions and a whole pack of catalogs. So if anybody wants a catalog, let me know. We can't order, and I can't tell you exactly what's in it until the 15th. On the 15th, there's going to be a customer launch, so you can all be a part of that and see what's coming. I'm going to do like a little personal launch as well with my customers in the VIP group, because I will already have all the ingredients to do, well, all the product, because I also made a product order yesterday just to make sure that I had all the goodies to show you. Very excited for them. I love this time of year. I love fall. Almost there. 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm going to say we're going to get 10 in here. I think so. I think we will. These are a little smaller than the ones that I put in the multi-purpose. There we go. Alright, there we go. Yes! I'm going to put the lid on this. No water, eh? No water. Put the lid on. There we go. While I'm up, I'm going to go put this one in the microwave, bring the others here, and wash my hands. Put my cork boards there for when I bring back the steamer. One of my tricks, it's not a trick, it's a tip, is to always open the steamer lid in the microwave away from you before you go to pull it out. So that's one thing. I mean, I have to go put the other one back in. So this steamer I put in for 10 minutes. And the small one, I only put it in for 8. So what have we here? Oh my goodness, they look yum. Perfectly cooked. Perfect. Perfect. Now you can, obviously you can drain it. I'm not going to do that right away. What I'm going to do is push them over to the side so they're not in all that business. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plate one up for you in a little mini pita. Betty wants a catalog. Hi, Cheryl. Good to see you. Okay, let's do up a little pita. I love these little things. Alright, I'm going to take this and just make a little slit just to start it. Open it up. See, you're going to make your little pocket. Obviously, like I said, you can take, depending on how big the meatball, you made the meatballs, like 3, 4, depends if you're doing a big pita. This is just a mini, so I'm going to put only one. I'm going to put one in here. There we go. So I got my little Donair meatball. Then I'm going to take a little bit of red pepper. Make slices. I'm going to take some of my little cherry tomatoes, my little red pear cherry tomato. They're so cute. I'm going to slice that in thirds, just because they're teeny tiny. Alright, I'm going to take a little bit of my little baby mini cucumber and cut the end off. We don't need him. And I'm not even going to, I'm not going to peel it. I'm just going to make some little, you know, diagonal slices. Make it look pretty because you eat with your eyes. Okay. So, because I'm a sauce girl, sauce queen, I'm going to put a little bit of the sauce on it first. I would let this, like if I was making this for the family, I would probably leave it a little bit longer. But for video purposes, for the live, I'll put a little bit of sauce. Then I'm going to put a little bit of my cucumber in there. A little bit of red onion would not go astray. Little pieces of cucumber. A little bit of red pepper. Whatever veggies you enjoy, right? Alright, and then I'm going to add a little bit more sauce. If you want to thin this out, you thin it out with a little, I would thin it out with a little bit of milk. And then you have a very tasty, my mouth's watering, a little tasty bite. Isn't that great? I love that. Alright, so there's that. Put that over there. We're just waiting on our... I'm going to eat a cucumber while we wait. How's my sauce? Yeah, it's rehydrating very nicely. Smells really good. I personally, this is one of the reasons why I like to take a little bit out of the package, because I find I really like things super saucy. So I would even venture to say I would double the liquid part of it, because it is so flavorful. It doesn't take away from the good taste of the seasoning packet. So, and like I said, serve it on with noodles, serve it over rice. I'll tell you another thing you can do with it. Serve it as the mini, make a little kebab. That would be really nice too. For company or your family, you know. Why am I not putting these on the plate with it? That looks nice. There we go. I could even put a little bit of the sauce on the side, right? Oh yes, I can. There we go. There we're at. How about that? I'm dying to try that. Alright. So, what else have we got here? Yes, you do need smell-o-vision, right? Hi, Merly! Yay! Hi, Jim. I'm Merly. Awesome. I'm so happy you're watching. Let me just scroll up a little bit, see if I missed anything. Yeah. So I'll make a list. You let me know in here if you want an actual paper catalog, and I will send one out to you when I'm able to. In other words, when I'm allowed to. So, to top it back up, we've got the Donair. We're doing Donair meatballs. That's what we just did in the little pita. You've got the General Tao meatballs coming up. We're going to put the sauce over it. And like I said, you can serve it over rice with noodles. You can make little kebabs with it. Cook them. You know, you could totally do these meatballs as like kebabs on the barbecue too. Or grill. Sorry. Right, Merlin? Grill. I used to say that all the time when I was visiting her. I would say, "Oh, we're gonna barbecue." She says, "No, we're gonna grill." Okay. Yes, Natalie. I'm going to put the sauce over it and put it back in the microwave for about a minute, 2 minutes max. Yes, because it's going to thicken up, right? It has like rice, that rice flour to thicken it. You know, because it's not cornstarch or anything that has gluten in it. It has, I'm not crazy. Be careful. She just almost knocked you over. What is in it? I think it's, well, it doesn't say there. I have all the nutritional, you know, info in the back office, but yeah, you do have to heat the sauce for sure. What you can do is, if you don't want to pour it over and put it back in the microwave, or pour it over in general, just heat it up in a little pan. And I would pretty much bring it to a boil, and that would be all you need. Because, I'll tell you what it says. When you're actually making a General Tao, you do your chicken and everything, all your chicken, and then take them out, and then you add the vegetables, like, you know, peppers and stuff that you're going to put into your meal, and stir fry them, and then return the chicken to the pan, and then you add the sauce and just stir it to coat, and it's pretty much done. I'm going to go and put it in just for a minute, so I'll be right back. I'll be back with you in a second. I wish my microwave was right on the table, but it's not. So what I want to do, I'm going to drain off, because that would be nasty. I'm not going to add the sauce till I've drained it off, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. You see how they've cooked? They're perfectly 8 minutes. I'm just going to drain it off, and all I'm going to do is twist it. If I can do this without making a mess, what you can do with it is you can hold it, you know, you can twist it, because they're flexible, right? Because it's, and just hold it and drain it into a bowl. I never drain into the sink because I don't want plumbing problems. So let me just drain it off. Okay, so all drained. Now, as you can see, all drained off, and I'll be putting it in the microwave for another minute. I'm going to say, I don't even think it's going to take a minute, but where did I put the lid for this? Oh boy. Oh, there it is. Wish you guys I could hear you so you could tell me where I do things. so 1 minute. I'm going to stand because I just have to get up again in a second. And I'm going to plate it up for you. Now, as I said, I could have, now's the time when I could have sliced the pepper and added it into it. Or you could make kebabs, like I said, and add vegetables. But I'm just going to have them on the side, just to show you. You know that red peppers have as much vitamin C as an orange. In fact, I think they have more. So, if you think you're not getting enough vitamin C, have some raw peppers. This, by the way, is our cutting board, which I love because you can use both sides, first of all. And there we go. And there we go. And I'm going to get our delicious meatballs. General Tao meatballs. Boy, they smell yummy. So here we are. Now, of course, what I made here, you can double the amount of meat that I made. This was only like 3/4 of a pound. Let me have a seat so I can chat with you. Let's move this over here. This is so gorgeous because it's like you see the pieces of chive. It's so nice. So there we have it in the rectangle steamer. I'm going to put some plated up for you. There's the sauce. Lots of garlic, onion, the chives, beautiful, beautiful. Let me just move this out of the way. It's in the way, boy. Okay. There we are. That's your General Tao meatballs. Alright, so we have, those are our two. As I said, these packages come two sets, 3 packages, 3 of General Tao for, I think it's $10.50, I'm not sure.